Rams looking to win their second Super Bowl in franchise history. What's the biggest question for the Rams in Super Bowl 56?
Well, how do you handle JaMarr Chase? And I think it's going to be interesting to see how they play him. And the reason I say that is this is a team that doesn't usually take Jalen Ramsey and lock him up on the number one wide receiver. That's not what they do. Despite the fact he's a heck of a man cover player, and he does it some, he just isn't going to travel the entire game with JaMarr Chase. I would have him travel with JaMarr Chase and use the rest of the guys to cover the other receivers, but I do not think that's what they're going to do. So I'm curious to see how they cover him. Do they play zone, roll the coverage that way? And that'll give opportunities for T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd on the other side. So that's the biggest question, is how will they cover JaMarr Chase? And not only that, can they cover JaMarr Chase?
Pete, could you see a scenario similar to the Chiefs-Bills playoff game, where the Chiefs take away Stephon Diggs, and then Gabriel Davis has a big day, a la maybe T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd in this Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think that's possible. And again, Joe Burrow is smart enough. He's not going to force the ball to a double-covered guy if he's not open. He's going to go to his other receivers. And T. Higgins has showed that he's more than capable of making the big play down the field. And there will be opportunities for both him and Tyler Boyd. And I think Boyd in the middle of the field is really going to have a lot of opportunities. Get the ball out, move the chains. So keep an eye on Boyd, particularly for his over numbers.
One of the big concerns for the Bengals is keeping Joe Burrow upright. He was sacked 9 times against the Titans. Bengals still won, but Tennessee doesn't have Matthew Stafford. Pete, what's the biggest question for Cincinnati?
How do you block Aaron Donald? I mean, that's an obvious one, and I'm going to be real frank here. Keep 2 guys on him the entire game. That you have to do it. And I know there's certain situations where you come to the line of scrimmage and the center will see an overload to one side and Donald on the other, and he'll say, no, we have to slide our protection to the overload. No, you don't. You have to double Aaron Donald. Make sure you handle him. If the other guys beat you, and there's some good players there. I mean, let's be real. Von Miller's been a star in this game before. Floyd can rush the passer. They have some good guys who get after the quarterback. But I'll take my chances with those guys. I will not allow Aaron Donald to beat me.
Got 16 pressures this postseason. But Joe Burrow pretty good against the pressure this season with a 59% completion percentage. So Joe Burrow can do. Rams are trying to become the second straight team to win the Super Bowl on their home turf. They're 4-point favorites. The total's 48.5. You have a correlated parlay in Super Bowl 56. What is it?
It is the Cincinnati Bengals and the over. I think this game is going to get, as I like to say, a little bit loose, and it'll be fun to watch. I think both quarterbacks will have success. I think Joe Burrow will get the ball out quick. And by the way, if we see in the first quarter that they are not throwing on first down, you have to dictate tempo if you're the Bengals. If you do not do that, they aren't winning the game. I think they will. I think that's the strategy. They will do that, get the ball out, create some big plays down the field. And on the other side, I think Stafford's going to have success throwing it off of his play action. So I think you see a lot of points. But in the end, Evan McPherson bangs home another kick late to win it. The Bengals are the charm team, and they'll play like it.
Wow. All right. Joe Burrow. And look, there's a great number here when you consider what Joe Burrow's done this season. 6-0 straight up as an underdog of 3 or more points this season, leading the Bengals to the Super Bowl in his second season. Matthew Stafford, meantime, played in the Super Bowl for the first time in his 13-year career, guided the Rams to the big game in his first season in L.A. Stafford still the favorite to win Super Bowl MVP. Pete, if you like the Bengals outright, then Burrow has to be your guy here as MVP.
No question about it. Joe Burrow will be the MVP if the Bengals win, and I think they will. That would make him the MVP. He's going to have a big day. Look, if he throws 2 touchdown passes to JaMarr Chase and Chase has 150 yards, but he has 400, the award is going to go to Joe Burrow. This is a quarterback league. This is a quarterback award. But if you're looking for a long shot, I'm going to give you a real long shot for the MVP. Mike Hilton. He's the nickel corner for the Bengals. He has a lot of big plays in him. He's capable of getting a pick 6 in this game. He's also good rushing off the edge, maybe forcing a fumble, picking it up. I think if you're looking for a long shot, Mike Hilton, and he'll be on Cooper Kupp a bunch in this game.
And I'm glad you brought that up because Cooper Kupp didn't have a single reception against the Steelers back in Week 10 of 2019. Notable because Mike Hilton plays for the Bengals now, lined up against Kupp on a significant number of his 41 routes in that game. So that is a good long shot pick by you, Pete. Now let's get your very best bet for Super Bowl 56. If you're only going to make one wager on the big game, what's it going to be?
It's going to be Cooper Kupp under. And I know people will look at me and say, what are you talking about? It's 104.5. I'm going under. And the reason is Mike Hilton. And I went back and studied that tape. He did a great job on him. Don't get me wrong. He wasn't in man coverage by himself the entire game. They shaded his way, and he knew how to play him with outside leverage when he was lined up in the slot. But I think he'll do a good job handling him. They'll double him some, and I think his numbers are going to go down. I think he's going to have about 70 yards, 60 yards receiving. He's not getting over that number. I think they're going to make him priority number one, take him away, make everybody else beat you.
All right, Pete Prisco. Hey, that was a great segment. Great job. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Super Bowl Sunday. Enjoy the game, my friend.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.